guys, welcome back to the channel. If you guys don't know me, my name is Melissa and I vlog about Air Force stuff and random other stuff. And so today I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about acne. So my cat just decides to get in the litter box as I'm doing my vlog, so I'll let her finish. Anyway, I wanted to talk about acne today because it's so common. And as you guys can see, I am breaking out pretty bad. I have had some scarring over the last couple of weeks. 1, 2, 3, this is a scar, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7. I can't really tell in this lighting. So about 7 hyperpigmentations or superficial scarring, in addition to these other pimples. They were like pustular, meaning they were like white. And this one was like nodular, and then it kind of barely started to come into a surface, and I touched it and I shouldn't have touched it because they say don't touch your pimples because you're going to have deep scarring in the deeper dermis of your skin. But guess what? I did not pop any of these pimples over here, and your girl's got scarring. So you know what? I'm still going to tell you, if you come see me as a patient, to not touch your pimples because that's what I'm supposed to say. So I'm going to leave that at that. But I'm trying not to touch them. And so basically in the last 2 weeks, I've had like 8-ish pimples. And I always like to ask patients, quantify how many pimples have you had in the last week, because it kind of just gives me a good idea of how many outbreaks they're having, or how bad it is, in other words. Another question I like to ask patients is, when they come to see me, is this a good day for you? Does your skin usually look worse than this, kind of thing? Just so I can get a better idea, because I'm only seeing them for like 5 minutes, probably not 5 minutes, a little longer than that, but I'm only seeing them for a few minutes, and then that's it. That's all I have for them to pitch me their story and the status of their skin as far as health. So side note, moving away from that, I decided to schedule a doctor's appointment or a medical appointment to have an eval for acne, since obviously I can't eval myself, or I can't prescribe for myself. So I saw a doctor, and they prescribed me a regimen that I was very familiar with. And so for people who basically have comedonal acne, which is basically blackheads, whiteheads, usually happens like around the nose and around here. Usually treatment for that is usually like a retinol, which I don't know if you guys know, but actually Differin is a brand that recently came out, I think it was last year or the year before, with an over-the-counter retinol gel. And this is the only brand, I believe, that has an over-the-counter retinol available to anyone without a prescription. I do want to say it is kind of expensive though, but if you are into trying to get rid of your blackheads, whiteheads, your comedonal acne, in other words, if you have maybe some very superficial hyperpigmentation or scarring like I do with long-term use, the literature says that your superficial scarring can kind of go away, as well as like sunspots and kind of like very fine wrinkles as well. So that, in addition to like a benzoyl peroxide wash, is really good for comedonal acne, or even just like acne like this, like little papules. Yeah, and so what I got prescribed to me was retinol. Sorry, my cat's like hanging out. She likes to mess with things. Oh, both of you guys, hello. Come on. So the regimen I got prescribed to me was a retinol, which I have here. So I got it's called Trenton Owen, and I got 0.025%. I did ask for the cream. She did recommend the ointment, but I just want to try the cream. I've done ointment before, actually. I have ointment over here as well. I haven't used it in a while. Gel, I mean. But gels typically are more effective than creams or lotions when it comes to any type of product, because the skin absorbs the cream a lot faster than it does an ointment or a gel, so it's not as effective. But I wanted to do a cream. Probably shouldn't have, but I did. I have a follow-up in a couple weeks, so we'll go from there. So in addition to this cream, Trenton Owen, which remember you can buy this over the counter, it's just really expensive, so if you can get your insurance to cover it, I'd really recommend it. I also was given it's called Benzoyl, but it's like a benzoyl peroxide clindamycin. So the benzoyl peroxide you can buy over the counter for a face wash, which I would recommend if you are experiencing non-scarring acne. It does bleach your clothes though, so you do want to be careful of that. It can bleach your hair and pretty much it. And it does really dry out your skin as well. Your skin can develop an irritation to it as well. So retinol, benzoyl peroxide, or if you get the combo, the benzoyl peroxide with clindamycin, this is also good too. Clindamycin is an antibiotic, and you are to never use an topical antibiotic alone because you will develop you will help with antibiotic resistance. So antibiotic resistance basically means that the antibiotic becomes resistant and it doesn't treat whatever you're trying to treat anymore. And that's why we combo it with the benzoyl peroxide. So I've never ever tried this before, and I'm going to start trying this tomorrow because that's something that you use in the morning. So this is kind of what it looks like. I'm like not too thrilled about it, but we're going to give this a good solid run. So I've got this guy, and then we've got the gel. The gel you use at night. This I'm going to use in the morning. Both of these are going to cause skin irritation because this has benzoyl peroxide that causes skin irritation. Trenton Owen causes skin irritation too. So my skin is going to be irritated and it's probably going to be very dry, and we're going to purge everything out of these freaking pores that I have. And always use a sunscreen if you're using a Trenton Owen or aka retinol. It's the same thing. Trenton Owen is the generic, but you always want to use a sunscreen because basically with a Trenton Owen or a retinol, you're basically kind of speeding up the sloughing process of your skin. So you're going to have baby skin, fresher skin. And so it's going to be easier to get a sunburn. If you think about a baby going out in the sun, like an infant is going to burn super fast because their skin is just so fresh. So that's something to keep in mind if you guys do decide to buy an over-the-counter Trenton Owen retinol, or if you are prescribed it as well. Now, another thing you guys can buy that's over the counter that I recommend for people who have acne is the Salicylic acid face wash, which is what I'm using. I just started it about almost 2 weeks ago, and I noticed my acne got worse. And so I don't know if I'm going through a purging phase where I think my pores are just finally starting to kind of declutter, dump out all the crap, all the sludge that's in my skin. That's what I'm thinking is going on, and that's why it's kind of like I look like this a little bit. I know some of you guys are gonna think, oh, that's not bad, but I don't ever get acne. So this is a big change. It's a big shift from my baseline. So this is bad for me. But a salicylic face wash, anywhere from like up to 2% is recommended. You don't have to go bougie and buy an expensive brand. You don't have to do that. Something like Equate is just as fine. So just something easy to throw in your regimen. So I did mention a benzoyl peroxide face wash earlier. You could try that, or you could try a salicylic face wash. Either one, you can start with one and try for a good 6 to 8 weeks. And if that doesn't work, then you can switch to the other one. Keep in mind that when it comes to dermatology in the skin, it takes weeks to see changes. So you're looking at, I would anticipate more on toward the 8-week end. That way you're not disappointed if it's like week 4 and you don't see any improvement in your skin. So I'm making this video because I wanted it to be partially educational, but I also wanted to show you guys that I am on acne treatment right now, and I do want to document my journey for my acne treatment. So just to recap, what I'm taking in the morning is I'm doing a salicylic face wash. I'm then going to use Benzoyl, or benzoyl peroxide with topical antibiotic combo. I'm going to spot treat. And then from there, I'm going to then do a moisturizer. And for my moisturizer, I actually do Differin, which is, this is the brand that has the over-the-counter retinol now, or Trenton Owen. This is a moisturizer and it has SPF of 30. SPF of 30 is the minimum you want to use. You do not want to use anything underneath that or below that because then it's not effective per literature. So then I use this and then I'm done for the morning. And in the evening, I then use the Salicylic face wash again. And then I'm going to throw on the Trenton Owen. So I'll probably finish the rest of my gel and then I'll go to the cream, honestly, since I need to get rid of this. And then after that, I will then moisturize with a nighttime moisturizer. And I have a L'Oreal brand. It's like a collagen type of product. I've been using it for over a year now. I don't have a whole lot left, but I buy it in a 2-pack from Amazon for like 18 bucks, so it's super cheap. And my skin feels really good after I use this as well, super soft, smooth. So that's what I'm gonna finish up with in the night. I'm gonna do this religiously, and then I'm gonna follow up. I think it was in like 2 to 4 weeks-ish. I think we're mainly following up to see how the retinol / Trenton Owen is doing, because like I told you guys, it takes a very long time to see any change in your skin once you start treatment. So if you're undergoing any acne treatment, please be patient. Be patient with yourself, be patient with your skin. It is gonna take a while. But otherwise, that's pretty much all I have. Again, I just wanted to show you guys my new acne regimen, because prior to this, I was just doing some like generic off-brand type of Cetaphil. And it really wasn't helping. I started to kind of break out a little bit, and then I did more research and kind of refreshed and recalled that salicylic acid is really the face wash that you should more so be on. So then I bought that, and then I feel like I'm having the purge phase, and then now I have these new regimens to adopt. It was also recommended to me to adopt a vitamin C serum in my skincare regimen. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna take you guys along with my journey though, and I'm gonna make another video here in like 2-ish weeks to kind of let you guys know how I'm doing. I'm definitely going to be testing the theory that Trenton Owen takes away hyperpigmentation, fine lines, and stuff like that. Since I am getting a little older now, I do notice some skin changes, and then obviously the very superficial scarring that I showed you guys as well. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and then don't forget to subscribe. We are at like 646 subscribers. There's a lot of you guys viewing that are not subscribed. Let me know if you guys like this informational kind of content. Obviously, this is for educational purposes only. I am not your provider. This is not a consultation. I am just strictly kind of reading off of or reciting what I have learned over the years in school and over the last couple months of practicing. So I just kind of want to spread the word of things that you guys can do for your skin that does not require a doctor's visit. So stuff that you can buy over the counter. So again, if you guys like this kind of stuff, let me know. Always trying to figure out what to do with my channel. So anyways, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.